My name is Jason, and today I want to talk to you about macOS, or better yet, is known as Big Sur. So this is the latest release from Apple for the Mac operating system. So this is a sort of new design for this year, and I think this is because of Apple releasing their Macs with Apple Silicon, and this operating system is supposed to support Intel processors as well as the Apple Silicon processors. And I think, Apple initially was going to make this just a regular update, and then somewhere along the line, they changed to make it a complete new operating system. It does take some design cues from previous Mac OS operating systems, such as Catalina. You still have the dock, and but now windows are more translucent. They're a lot cleaner. They shorten up a lot of menus. There's not really unnecessary buttons. I thought the icons, some were great and some were hit or miss. Like the messages in the FaceTime icon, didn't really care for the shading. It bordered on skeuomorphism, kind of what Apple did when they first released iOS. Most big players in the market are going for a more modern design, kind of like Google and what Apple did with iOS. Everything is more flat, whereas these icons look like 3D and have that skeuomorphism going on. So, with Big Sur, a lot has changed. The Mail app gets a redesign. I like the new layout. It's a lot easier, a lot more clean. The Messages app comes more in line with what Apple has done on iOS. So you're getting a lot of those features. You're getting the tap back features, the emojis, and all that stuff. And of course, you can pin conversations like you can in iOS 14. So one key feature that I really am enjoying when it works, and that is when you have a pair of Apple AirPods connected, they will, if you're listening to media or having a call on your laptop, it should switch from your iOS device to your laptop and pick up that call or music that you're listening to, and vice versa with your iOS device, whether that's an iPad or a iPhone. As long as you're, on the same network and relatively close to the device, it should switch over intelligently. So this has actually only failed one time, but other times it has worked nicely, and I enjoy that feature. So I was also, going through a lot of these things in here, trying to figure out what has all changed. Is it just really the design and everything like that? Even Final Cut Pro. If you're a Final Cut Pro user, Apple went ahead and updated this, and of course they updated it. It's mainly because of the Apple Silicon Macs that are coming, and I'm waiting on mine to come in the mail today. Um, they changed the way it shares items. I know when I started sharing some videos up to YouTube, there's a new notification, and I guess that goes more in line with the new control center that's on macOS. This is for the first time introducing control center, kind of like what they have on iOS 14 on the Mac. I use it all the time because you have a quick place to adjust your brightness, connect to Wi-Fi, turn off Bluetooth, and it's just, I wonder why they didn't do it before. But now that it's here, I'm happy about it. And notifications look little bit different this year. Again, it's that new design element, a lot of rounded corners, and it looks really clean. And then, of course, you have widgets just like what they introduced this year with iOS 14. But unfortunately, you can't drag the widgets to the desktop. They only live in that notification center. But that's I think a missed opportunity by Apple, rather than just allowing users to place the widgets whatever they want. But Apple, they control the whole experience, and they want to make sure it's the best experience for the user. So translucent design, and that's something that's also sticking out to me, because whenever I'm looking at emails or I'm looking at my calendar, I see the background as it peeks through the translucent windows, and it really looks clean. And I'm happy that they updated the launchpad icon, because I think that makes more sense than the rocket. Even though a rocket does launch, it does show you where, hey, look right away. If you're not familiar with macOS, that all my icons or all my applications are going to be right here if they're not in my dock. And, you know, uh, so going further on, there were a lot more elements that I noticed, little minor things here and there, like that startup music whenever you turn on your Mac. And this is something that you could shut off in the settings. Um, if you had a Mac before, then you're familiar with this. Whenever you plugged it in and turned it on, it made that nice little chiming noise. And, there were workarounds to get this back. But, I think, I'm glad that Apple took that little element and put it right back into the system, which, for us fanboys and, heavy Mac users, we just like those little touches that Apple puts in there. And then, of course, uh, settings is all new. Now you have battery in the settings where you can, look at it as like you do with an iOS device, where you can see your battery health and optimize charging, so it preserves the battery life over, how long you ever own your Mac. So this was great, an added feature that I really do enjoy. And lastly, it's just it's been a great experience. I really can't say anything bad about it. A lot of people are saying not to upgrade until like the next version of um, Big Sur, until they release an update. But so far, it's been smooth sailing for me. I think I only had, like I said, I only had like one time where my laptop crashed, and certain things weren't working, like the AirPods connecting with my device. But once I restarted my device, that worked itself out. And of course, you can look at the top of the toolbar and notice that's all different from this year. And you could actually drag icons from your toolbar at the top and into your control panel and vice versa. But I think the latter is kind of weird. You have to kind of like shake it out of there and put it on the toolbar, but you're able to add that up there too. Um, a lot of people are probably not going to add their like battery to control center, because I think it makes more sense that being on your toolbar there is that you can see your percentage if you're on battery power with your laptop. To have like a clear layout or a clean layout. So if you're trying to have a clean layout with your laptop, you could most certainly do that in this version of Big Sur, because you can just hide everything in your control panel, your dock. And there's this new feature in here too as well in the toolbar, where it allows you to switch accounts really quickly. So a lot of good things in here. I'm still digging in and finding more items. For those people who are on the fence about upgrading, you really need to see if you have an application that is not supported by Big Sur. And if you're using one of those legacy applications that are not supported by Big Sur, or the manufacturer hasn't released an update, then you probably should hold off on installing Big Sur on your um, Mac device. I had a couple friends find out that Big Sur wasn't supported on their device. They had like a late 2013 model. So, guys, I guess if you have a 2013 model, then you're not going to be able to install Big Sur. And I believe Apple's still releasing updates for macOS Catalina. I think the latest being 10.15.7. But for those who are advantageous and can't wait to get Big Sur, I say go ahead and update to the latest version. You're going to find a lot of things that you like, a lot of subtle changes here and there, and and a lot of things I found out are, added support for, or just they took the extra mile with uh, macOS Big Sur. So guys, if you found any value in this video, please like and subscribe, and stay up to date. Hit that notification button so you can receive notifications whenever I release new videos. And guys, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.
We are
Thanks.
crashing down again. Pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in my